Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Helmi and on this channel I share my sewing and knitting projects and ideas and inspirations. So yeah, welcome back, or welcome if you are new here. In today's video I thought I'd try out this kind of a knit with me style video where I have a very specific project in mind that I'm going to be working on. And yeah, just to maybe share a bit more details about the project and show you how I knit and how the project then turns out in the end. I have chosen a very specific project for this video, and yeah, it's something that I've been thinking about for a long time. That's something that's really missing from my wardrobe. So there is, in my opinion, kind of a huge gap, and with this project I am trying and going to fill it. So I have a collection of knitted vests. I think I have 6, okay, knitted and crochet, because I have 2 crochet vests. So in total I think I have 6, I'm not sure, but I don't have a white one, which is kind of a surprise to me, because white is such a basic color in my wardrobe that goes basically with everything. And during the past few years I really have fallen in love with vests. At first I was a bit skeptical about them when they started trending a few years back, but then I slowly warmed to the idea, and once I made my first one there was no going back. I really realized how really useful they are in my wardrobe. They work with everything and they help me with layering, with wearing my favorite summer dresses into the fall and earlier in the spring. That's what I'm going to do. So knit a white vest. And for the pattern I have a very clear idea. So I think I could say that this is my favorite vest or sleepover pattern, because this is going to be my third one of the same style. So what I'm going to make is the Adelita vest by Sari Nordlund, and that was actually the first vest that I ever made. And yeah, I just think it's the perfect combination with the v-neck. I really love a v-neck because I'm going to wear the vest on top of something, so you can still see what's underneath there. And I really love the cables at the front and the length and the kind of the side slits that are there. You can see my 2 earlier versions. So first I made the grey one that was out of Knitting for Olives cotton merino, and the other one, the pink one, was out of 100% wool. I cannot remember the yarn. I found it at a thrift store. It was a new to me yarn, but yeah, in both of those versions I've held the yarn double because it was a kind of a fingering weight yarn, and the pattern calls for a DK weight yarn, and this time I am going to be using DK weight yarn. So yeah, I thought that a white version of this vest would be just perfect for my wardrobe, and I'm really certain that it will get a lot of use and wears. And for the yarn I decided to use Sandnes Garn's Double Sunday in the colorway True White. So this is white, and yeah, I was thinking that maybe I would like an off-white, but then I ended up with more of a like it says True White. Yeah, I might make an off-white version in the future of some other vest. I don't need 2 white Adelita vests. One is enough. But yeah, I thought I'd use this because I really like using merino, and Double Sunday is one of I think the basic yarns that you can go to. So that's the plan. It's currently my winter holidays in Finland. We have at the end of February or towards the end of February, beginning of March, schools have 1 week of winter holiday. So currently it is my winter holiday, and I am hoping to be able to make the vests during my winter holiday, to be finished with it before I go back to work. I don't know if it's gonna happen, we shall see, but there are the Olympics going on and I'm going to be watching the Olympics. So yeah, there is a lot of sitting and knitting time. And yeah, I hope I could finish it, but I don't want to stress too much. It's my week off from work, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to just having a good knitting time. And actually, before filming this intro, I already have started on the project. I started yesterday, so this is how far I've gotten. So I have almost finished the ribbings, or I have finished the front ribbing. So this pattern is knitted bottom up, which is not my preferred method, but as the pattern is built that way, that's what I'm going to do. And I still have, I think, a few centimeters to go on the back ribbing, but this is where I finished my first ball. So yeah, I thought I'd come and show you how it's going. And I have one kind of a modification that I'm going to do, or one step that I'm going to do differently than in the pattern. So the first one, the gray one, follows the pattern completely, but in the pink one I decided to knit the vests in the round. So the pattern instructs you to make first the front and then the back, and then join them at the shoulders and then at the sides. But what I'm going to do after finishing the ribbing sections that create the slit at the side, I am going to join these together like this very beautifully, and then knit the rest of the vest in the round, so up until the armholes. So that is my plan, and yeah, now I'm just going to continue working on the back ribbing, and once it's done, I'm then just going to put them together and continue with the cable pattern. Okay, I'm here to give you a bit of an update on the Adelita vest. So this is how far I am currently. As you can see, I've measured and compared this to the previous vests or the previous versions I've made with this pattern, and I think this is the length that I want this to be before separating the front and the back, so just under the arm. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do next. And yeah, I've tried to film as much as I can during this week, but there was one day when we were out with my partner. It was his birthday, so we went to have brunch and then just walked around the center and then went to the movies. And yeah, I had this with me, this project with me, and I did a bit of knitting, but I didn't film it. This is not like a full process video, so I have some bits of me knitting here at home, and yeah, then I will try and give you some updates. So yeah, I'm a bit nervous about if I have enough yarn or not. So I bought 5 balls, and this is the 4th one. I am pretty confident that it's gonna be enough, because now that I'm gonna separate the front and the back, that means that there is all the time less and less stitches to work. So I think with almost 2 full balls it should be enough. But yeah, we shall see. There are still 2 days left of my holiday and 2 days left of the Olympics. So today, for example, there is the 50-kilometer cross-country skiing men's competition. So that's gonna be a long one. So yeah, I think during that race I'm gonna separate the front and the back, and yeah, just keep on working and hoping to finish this week. If not, I'm sure I will finish this at the beginning of next week. So yeah, I will still get to wear this a lot during the spring. So I'm really happy that this is coming along nicely, and I will soon have a new vest to add to my collection. Hello, I thought I'd come and share another update on the Adelita vest project. This is how far I've gotten with 4 balls of the yarn. So I have 1 ball left, and I have finished both of the front panels and started working on the back panel. It's a bit difficult for you to see because I finished the ball in the middle of the back, so so my needles are there, but it's looking it's looking really, really nice, I think. And yeah, I have finished my winter holidays. I didn't quite have enough time to finish this project, so I think this will, now that I'm back to work, I'm hoping that I will finish this during this first week back at work so that I get to use this as soon as possible. But I'm really happy with this progress, and I'm sure that the yarn will be enough so that I will have just enough, which is really nice, that I won't have an extra ball of yarn left. Of course, when working bottom up, it's always a bit difficult because I personally find it easier doing top down, because then you can like decide the length, and if you are tight on yarn, you can maybe like, or I then can, you know, leave out a few centimeters. Like for example, with this vest, I could have shortened the ribbings at the bottom. There are so many threads and everything here. The white really does show everything. But yeah, if this was made top down, then if I was running out of yarn, I could just make these like 1 or 2 centimeters shorter, and I don't think it would matter in terms of how it looks. But now that I started with the ribbing, I had to make a decision. Like I had to decide how long I want to make them. So yeah, I just hope, and now I'm feeling more confident that I have enough yarn to finish this project. So yeah, I think next time I will talk to you, I hopefully have finished the back section. I have joined the project at the shoulders, and then I hopefully have done also the armholes and the neckline. So yeah, maybe I will see you for a pre-blocking fitting. Okay, so I have finally finished knitting the vest, and it's looking really good. I'm sorry I didn't film the very last bits of me knitting because it has been the first week back to work after the winter holiday, and yeah, I've just been knitting this in the evening after work, and yeah, I've been just tired lying on the sofa and knitting, so yeah, didn't feel like filming, sorry. I will take you with me into the last steps to actually finish this project. So let me talk you through the vest before blocking it. So as you can see, I have still a few ends to weave in, so that's what I still need to do. But fit wise, it's still quite snug, but that's something that blocking will solve. What I'm hoping is that I can gain maybe 2 centimeters in length to both the armhole and then to the kind of the hemline here. So as you can see, the armhole it's not tight, but I would like it to be just a tiny bit looser because I'm going to be wearing a shirt or a dress underneath this basically every time. So I want it to be a bit looser or wider or bigger in order to fit maybe some shirts that have bigger sleeves or something, I don't know, but that's what I want. And then also just to get the beginning of the slit to begin at, or to start at my natural waistline. So now it's a bit higher, so just a few centimeters, and then also width-wise a few centimeters, so I can put again the clips of my previous versions. So I'm hoping like overall fit-wise this version to be somewhere in between those two versions, because the grey one is quite snug and then the pink one is maybe a bit too loose, not that much but a bit, because I blocked it at night. I was tired, I needed to get to bed, so I didn't measure it properly, so I just pinned it, and then I realized that I pinned it too much. So yeah, that can happen, but with this one I'm going to be more careful, so I need to measure the two previous versions and to see like width-wise, that this would be somewhere in the middle. And then of course the armholes are rolling in a bit, so that's something that the blocking will solve as well, and also even out the overall look of my knitting. But yeah, I will turn around so you can see the whole thing. So yeah, like I've said, I really love this pattern. Like, I think if I had to choose only one vest or sleepover pattern to make for the rest of my life, I think this might be it. So yeah, I just love it because I think it goes so well on top of shirts and dresses and basically anything. So yeah, I'm really happy with this one. And yeah, let's now move on to the final steps of finishing this project. Okay, so it's finally time to give you the final reveal of the Adelita vest. So I just finished this. Today has been the first day that I've been wearing this to work. And yeah, I couldn't be happier, but let me just show you what it looks like. So yeah, I just really love it. And here you can see how I'm probably most of the time going to style this. So with some sort of a dress, and I have many dresses like this one, so that there is a base color and then some sort of white print, usually flowers. Surprise, surprise. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention that this is actually the jersey dress that I was talking about in my last video. So the first kind of teacher dress that I made this year. I think it has been over a month already that I finished this, and I have worn this to work many times, and this just turned out the perfect teacher dress, especially for winter. I love the pattern. I will link the pattern in the description. And yeah, the fabric was once again from Eurokangas remnant bins, so I won't be able to link that. I'm so sorry. Just truly one of my favorite dresses to wear at the moment, so I'm really happy about that. So yeah, I just thought that having a white vest or sleepover in my wardrobe is something that I really need, and now that I have one, I totally agree with past Helmi on this one. And I think I really need to make another white sleepover at some point. But yeah, I think something with a round neckline, maybe. Today, let's focus on this on this one. So like I said, I think already in the beginning that I just really love this pattern. This is the third time that I'm using the same pattern, just in a different color and different yarn. and I really, really love the fit. So I think this is now my favorite of the three. So yeah, I really love the cables at the front and the V neckline. I just think a V neckline is such a classic look, and when you're wearing something underneath, it really shows. You can see what's underneath there, and I really like it. And I think the length is really good, that the kind of where the slit starts at the side, it hits just at the right spot. And with this pattern, I don't know if I would prefer it to have like cables on the back as well. I don't know. This pattern doesn't have cables on the back, and I like it as it is. But maybe it could do with cables at the back. I don't think this is my last Adelita vest. Honestly, I don't think this is the last one. So at some point, I most probably will find the need to make another one, which is kind of rare for me, but there is some magic in this pattern. I hope you enjoyed this kind of a knitting vlog style video. This was so much fun for me to film. A bit difficult at times because because it's so easy just to sit down and knit and then realize, okay, I'm not filming. Thank you so much for watching this one, and yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye!